All right, what is going on, guys? Young 46, we are back to do another discussion. So today we're going to talk about 7 tips to improve in match play. So myself, I consider myself to be pretty good at match play. I think it's probably my strongest mode. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. So I think the big thing in match play is know your strengths and weaknesses. Know what you do well and know what you do poorly. Or maybe not poorly, but not as strong. And you have to use that in your match, right? So know which holes that you don't play well. Know which holes you feel like you have an advantage on. Know which courses you play well. Know which courses you don't. If you're doing match play challenges for credits and you're not very good at congressional, maybe you shouldn't play there, right? So figure out which works in your favor, right? Try to get that competitive advantage. Choose a course where you feel like you can be most successful. Now, if you're playing in the World Cup or an event like that, you don't really have that option. But what you can do is practice in advance and prepare. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Next thing is it's just one hole. The beauty about match play is it's not stroke play, right? So your accumulative score is irrelevant in match play. You are simply playing your opponent, and that is it, right? Your score is irrelevant, absolutely irrelevant. As long as you beat that person, that's all that matters. So match play, we're playing one hole at a time. We're just trying to beat our opponent, and if we don't, and if we lose, hey, it's one hole. Move on. Be mentally tough and just let it go, right? Let it go, move on. Doesn't matter what you did. Match play is just one hole at a time. So if you lose a hole, it's not the end of the world. Don't focus so much on your score as opposed to winning or losing that one hole. Next would be put pressure on your opponent, right? You want to keep constant pressure on them. If you're sticking it within 10 feet every time or you're making your putts, right, that's the key. You want to wear them down. So getting off to a hot start is key, and just keep applying that pressure on them. Don't let up, all right? So confidence is key. I wholeheartedly believe that. You go into every match. It doesn't matter what your level is and who you're playing. You have to believe you're going to win. Right, the guys that I play that say, they start off in chat just with try not to beat up on me too hard, right? You might even be joking when you're saying that, but you're already giving your opponent an advantage. They already feel like they're going to beat you, right? Don't say that. Now, you don't want to go in there and be cocky and start smack talking. Be respectful, obviously, but you got to have confidence in yourself and your abilities and the way that you've prepared that you are going to win the match, regardless of who your opponent is, right? So have some confidence in yourself and your game. And then number 5, what's working today? So every day I play is a little different, right? Maybe today I'm misdinging late in my practice sessions, or I'm pulling everything, or I'm just not hitting my 9-iron close for some reason today. So know what is working, what's not working, right? And use that to give you an advantage. Again, we're looking for any edge we can get. So if I know that I'm really sticking my 6-iron, maybe I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to give myself some 6-irons or something along those lines, right? Maybe not that example specifically, but you have to know more what's not working and then kind of shy away from that, right? So if I'm struggling, if I'm on flash and I don't know why I just can't hit this shot or that shot, I'm struggling with it, maybe I avoid it and go to a shot that I'm having more confidence in. Again, confidence is key. If I don't trust it, then when the pressure's on, I'm not going to be able to execute that specific shot. So be mindful and knowledgeable about what is working and what's not working. Little self-reflective session there to find that out. Number 6, practice how you play. Right? If you've got this big match coming up, find some other matches and practice in it. Put yourself in a situation where you have to hit that pressure shot, or there's something on the line. It's just going to help you out in the long run. If you've just been messing around playing stroke play in practice mode, and then you go into a big match, you're going to be in an awkward situation. So make sure you're practicing how you're going to play. If you have a big match coming up, play some practice matches with other people. Throw a sleeve on it, or something along those lines. Put a little pressure on yourself to go out there and try to win it, and I think that'll make you better in the long run. And then you have to lose to win. So that's an interesting one, but I wholeheartedly believe you got to play up, and I've talked about this a few days ago in another video. but you need to lose a little bit, right? You need to test yourself. You need to play against people that are better than you, and maybe you need to get your butt whipped a few times, and it's only going to make you better, right? It's going to give you that hunger, a little bit of motivation to practice and go get better. Whereas if you're worried about your win-loss record in match play, you know, you can go beat up on some hacks and amateurs. That doesn't mean you're going to be great. It doesn't make you great. You need to play against better people that are going to push you and make you want to get better each and every single day. So like I said, you have to lose to win sometimes, and that's okay. I wouldn't necessarily worry about what your winning percentage is, right? At the end of the day, you want to be able to win matches 6 months from now. When I'm thinking about my game, I'm always, you know, I have a short-term goal, I have a long-term goal. And I'm always working towards that long-term goal, which ultimately usually results in a lot of short-term failures, right? So I'm working on this or that. Maybe I know, you know, today guys, just not going to be a good day. Maybe my scoring's not going to be there because I'm working on this to prepare for something 2 weeks down the road or 2 months down the road. So like I said, sometimes you have to lose to win. Getting better, taking 2 steps forward sometimes requires taking a step back. That's just the nature, and that's just how it is. And at least for me anyway. Maybe your method's a little different, but for me, anytime I'm trying something new to prepare for something important in the future, I usually digress a little bit before I start to improve. That's been my 7 tips to improve in match play. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, trigger the little bell for notifications when I post my next video. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in future videos.